for the Rockets.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Rockets leading by 9. They've got Gary Neal. Payne out there with Chang. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Muhammad in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Prihione. Covered by Rubio. Shot clock at 6. And the shot is good. Brewers got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Houston.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assist as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Here's Prihione. Covered by Rubio. Here's Motiejunas. Again, the Rockets score. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. As you might have expected them to be, Clark, the Rockets were very good on the road.
Well, with the way that team was comprised with multiple threats on the floor offensively, it's no surprise to see them excel on the road.
Terry with it, now guarded by Payne. Terry kicks to Jones, and stolen by Jang. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And Muhammad throws it down.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jang. Anthony Bennett comes in for Payne. Wiggins is checked in for Muhammad. And Martin subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Beverly the pass to Ariza. He kicks to Prihione. And he lobs it up. And Howard with the stuff.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, this summer the Rockets lost Omer Asik, Jeremy Lin, and Chandler Parsons, but failed to add a big-name free agent. Coach Kevin McHale admitted, "We had a disappointing free agency, to be honest with you. We'll have flexibility next year, but flexibility doesn't score. You don't like to lose talent. That's always a tough save." Guys?
We'll see how they bounce back, Doris. Thanks.
Well, playing in the West can be a grind, and that's what was impressive about where the Rockets ended up. They didn't rely on their bench a whole lot. They really rode their starters.
As you said, Clark, Rockets did well against the rest of the conference and really didn't have a deep rotation.
Usually that can catch up to a team, but the Rockets starters were able to stay healthy and log big minutes last year, and it's why they nabbed that 4th seed in the West.
First free throw is good.
You know, last year the Wolves proved they were competitive. No teams pushed them around. But in the Western Conference, being competitive isn't enough to get you to the playoffs.
And both free throws good for Martin. Well, the Timberwolves had a losing record of 23-29 against the rest of the West. Steve, they weren't able to stay in playoff contention for too long.
Well, injuries were a part of that, but in general, this team is still missing a few pieces before they can climb that ladder out in the West.
Here's Beverly. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Down low. Here's Neal. The shot is off. So Houston will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And, you know, Kevin, what got them that win was the remarkable success they had from the floor. Their shooting was just tremendous.
Steve, you were a great shooter, but you know that kind of shooting is not something the team is going to get on a nightly basis. But when you do get it, boy, does it feel good.
All right, fans, that was your Timberwolves dancers. Let me hear it.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Martin dishes to Neal. Pekovic with a screen. And Neal kicks to Martin. Bennett the pass to Pekovic. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Martin penetrating. Here's Neal. Second shot opportunity. Houston leading by 12. Passes to Prehioni. Into Smith. Wiggins with the rebound.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
Wide open look. Misses off the right iron.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Andrew Wiggins blessed with great athletic bloodlines. You know, his father was a former NBA player and his mom was an Olympic sprinter. So make no mistake, great genes there.
Here's Neal. Dishes to Martin. They need this, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Houston gets called for the foul.
You know, the Wolves really came up short from where they wanted to be, and you've got to attribute it to the fact that they weren't as good at home as they needed to be.
And for the Wolves, they weren't bad at home by any means. They still ended up with 24 wins here.
Yeah, but they were hoping to be up in the 30s like most of the playoff teams were. You know, really it came down to them not playing the high-level defense they needed in order to get wins at home.
Minnesota making a switch here. Garnett's checked in, and a change for the Rockets. James Harden. He's checked in for Pablo Prehioni. He hits the second from the line.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Yeah, and that kind of approach is going to serve them well. It's gotten them to the line more than a few times this quarter.
Ariza kicks to Harden. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half.
And a chance to see where James Harden ended up in the rankings last season. 5th in scoring, 10th in free throw shooting. And he also finished in the top 20 in assists. So this is a guy who really did a nice job of sharing the ball with his teammates.
And Steve, he was definitely one of the most reliable, efficient scorers in the NBA. I mean, his top 5 ranking put him right there in the ranks of the elite scorers.
Shoots from 12. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And Smith with the stuff. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
And Neal kicks to Martin. Here's Garnett. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Houston leading by 13. Now here's Beverly. He's coming off a 19-point game against Golden State. Here's Smith. That's good. Smith's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
And Neal kicks to Martin. And the pass to Neal. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Wiggins, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
It's his first trip to the line.
Andrew Wiggins at the line for 2.
No good on that one. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Kevin Martin. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Gary Neal. Houston with a big group substitution here. Terrence Jones is checked in for Howard. Monte Eunice comes in for Josh Smith. Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Rubio outside. Now here's Wiggins. He's tightly guarded. 4 seconds left. Misses off the left iron. Here's Jones. No good. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Rockets lead by 17. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm here with Kevin Garnett. And Kevin, how does this team navigate the ups and downs and pressure to come out and win games like this one that you're in the middle of here tonight?
Nothing's easy. You know, we do it together. We don't do it individually. And when we do, we look bad. But when we do it together, we look pretty darn good.
KG, thank you for the time. Guys, he's always preaching team.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.